Welcome back to the 90-gallon planted low-tech aquarium. It's been a while. Let's see, same crew. The livestock is doing well. I still have the discus that's running the tank. Compared to the saltwater tank, the freshwater really runs on autopilot, almost to a certain extent where sometimes I can become complacent or start to neglect it. But if we recall, and I'll put a link to that video, upper corner, is these original bleeding heart tetras all came in, if you will, as a litter. They were shipped to, PetSmart, and there's a dozen of them, and there's 11 remaining. I think there's 3 or 4 males, and all the rest are females. They have grown up together. They have an established hierarchy, and they have been in the tank the longest. Some things I need to work on. I did add a Tumsy wave maker to the tank. Didn't really need it for the saltwater tank, and we will be cleaning the AquaClear 110s in the back today. I have to switch out the media on the Fluvial 406 and the sponges, and we will be cleaning out the gravel. Get rid of that glare. So here is the waste bucket. On the 90-gallon, I've thought about turning this into a 90-gallon saltwater tank. It would be really easy, due to the fact that is already established, and this could be like a quarantine tank, and the 90 could be the display tank. We'll see. Right now I like having the freshwater and saltwater. They're very different. Winter is here, so I will be working on the heaters. There's a 200 watt and a 300 watt in this tank. For some reason my temperature probes are a little bit off for some reason. I don't know if one of them's gone bad. So I need to do some maintenance on that. And on the freshwater, I switch out, let's see, this is 20 gallons, so I usually switch out about 60 gallons. I do big water changes on the freshwater tank. And I've been limiting my water changes to usually holidays on the freshwater tank. Has been the schedule. And I think overall, when you switch out the water on any aquarium, I think it has a tendency just to reset everything, which, depending on your particular tank, could be a good thing or a bad thing on how you run your tank. But got some hair algae that I need to take care of, but the algae eaters have been doing a really good job keeping all the plants clean and healthy. I don't really dose this tank with any ferts. It is a low-tech tank, and we need to clean off the glass up top. So let's jump right into it. Alright, almost done filling up the second bucket. So that would be 40 gallons of water that will be changed. The tank is about here. We're going to work on checking in with the heaters. There's a total of 500 watts, 200 watt and 300 watt heater. And then we'll fill the tank back up with tap water. and then moved a couple of the rocks. A little slight re-aqua-scape, nothing too drastic, and we'll get it filled back up. I did remove one of the pumps upper right hand corner. The pump simply went bad and stopped working, so got that finally out of the tank. And I'm taking the Fluvial 406 offline for right now. This tank is up and running, cruise control, so technically I don't need the Fluvial 406 anymore, especially with the two Aquaclear 110s in the back. So I'm going to do some heavy maintenance on that, and that's what I have. We'll get the tank filled back up. Tank is filled back up. Added a cup of the Red Sea carbon, and I added a cup of Seachem Purgeon, and that will help clear up the water. Normally I don't run carbon on the tank, except after doing a water change. I help clear up the cloudiness in the water, and did the maintenance on the heaters. So temperature is set for this tank around 80.5. Switched up the center, which will reshuffle where the fish hang out at. They usually hang out in the dead center of the tank. The discus in the back hiding, so I don't expect to see him anymore tonight. And then, yeah, long overdue. But the tanks look good, and it's really just growing everything out. And just letting the tank kind of do its thing. Periodically I do dose in the pellet food some Seachem Focus, along with I believe it's called Canoplex, to help out with some of the cloudy eye that you see. And then these fish are getting big, and they tend to bump heads and fight a little bit. So dosing that with their food once a week or so helps clear up their eyes, and then any damage done to territory and bumping and knocking up against one another. So that is good, and very pleased with long overdue water change, and need to do it more often. One thing that I do to make it a little bit easier is I have notches on the side of the tank, and I typically take the tank all the way down to this level, which allows for the Aquaclear 110s to remain on while I'm doing a water change, and keeps it very straightforward, streamlined process.